Hello, I'm Samantha Richmond, and this is my informative speech. My two adults in attendance are my parents. They are virtual here. And I'm going to sit them down and we'll get started. All right. Almost everyone is familiar with CSI or Grey's Anatomy, and forensic nursing is the real-life amalgam of these two popular television dramas. Although Hollywood does put its unrealistic flair on those shows, of course. Forensic nursing is vastly underutilized and misunderstood. And per the Forensic Sciences Journal, forensic nursing has only been recognized by the Academy of Forensic Sciences since 2022. So what happened to victims of violent crime before the creation of forensic nursing? Once upon a time, victims of violent crime were treated by midwives, who were called to court to testify on behalf of the victim. However, they lacked specific forensic training and had no idea how to preserve any evidence. Their testimonies were not often credible, and unfortunately, a lot of the evidence was inadmissible in court. And forensic nursing is a rapidly evolving field, but as important as it is, the education is not up to par. Lou Ann Lawson of the Journal of Forensic Nursing highlights the flaws in the traditional nursing program and brings to light the lack of basic forensic training involved in the nursing curriculum, which is a problem because nurses that choose to work in an urgent care or in an emergency department may find themselves caring for victims of violent crime without any knowledge of how to treat them or preserve any important evidence. The International Association of Forensic Nursing, or IAFN, is currently working to create a base curriculum to include in all nursing classes. A small hiccup involved in creating a standardized international forensic nursing curriculum is that not all countries agree on what's considered a violent crime. For example, some countries engage in archaic behaviors like honor killings and genital mutilation. And while that is illegal in the United States and unfathomable to us, unfortunately, it's still recognized as normal in other countries. However, a standardized United States education program is currently in the works. So how does a nurse gain this important education? After graduating from a regular nursing school, someone who wishes to pursue a career in forensics must seek out specific classes, including crime scene and evidence handling, criminal justice courses, and forensic psychology classes. All of these courses together help prepare the forensic nurse for whichever path they feel called to take. Some nurses may go on to care for survivors of violent crimes. Have you ever been in a situation where you feel you have no control and immediately realize you're in over your head and you need an expert to come and bail you out? We have all experienced that lump in our throat, panicked, overwhelmed feeling. And victims of violent crime have experienced a life-changing event. It is of the essence that the forensic nurse understand that this survivor is not being difficult if they don't want to talk to you, or they don't want to allow you to perform an exam. They just need a little bit of guidance and a little bit of reassurance. It's easy for nurses to treat patients based on their condition or their illness, but when it comes to treating a survivor of violent crime, you can't victim label. You have to treat that person as a whole, including the injuries that you can't see. Understandably, that's not for all forensic nurses. So forensic nurses who are interested in a career away from bedside nursing can find options as an expert witness during trials or consultants for attorneys. And forensic nurse educators are always in high demand. The third area in which a forensic nurse can find employment is probably the most misunderstood area of nursing: a medical legal death investigator, also known as a medical examiner. In North Carolina, medical examiners are not required to perform autopsies, so a forensic nurse can seek employment in this field. According to the Journal of Forensic Sciences, In addition to completing your forensic nursing classes, a medical legal death investigator can seek out certification from the American Board of Medical Legal Death Investigators, or ABMDI. Once certified, they can be employed as a local medical examiner, being called to the scenes of violent crimes, and working local cases that don't require autopsies. Forensic nurses must stay aware of their mental health and be as prepared as possible to work deaths of all kinds, including victims of all ages. Medical legal death investigation is an extremely important career field since the victim cannot advocate for themselves. It is up to the forensic nurse to analyze the situation and be the voice for the victim and for the victim's family. Forensic nursing is truly a fascinating field that combines traditional nursing along with specialized training for caring for victims and survivors of violent crimes. The discipline of forensic nursing is in its infancy, and the career field is ever evolving. Including basic forensic education for all nurses is imperative to ensure that nurses can treat victims of violent crime appropriately and preserve any necessary evidence for potential prosecution. Forensic nurses and forensic education play a pivotal role in ensuring justice for survivors and deceased victims of violent crimes.